In this video, we'll answer the question, is oatmeal good for diabetics? We'll go into detail of the kinds of oatmeal there are and their nutritional values and end with how to simply prepare them. So let's get started. Well, diabetes is a metabolic condition, which means that your body has a difficult time with turning food into energy. This condition is typically caused by the body being resistant to insulin entering the cells, i.e. insulin resistance. And as a result, the cells are less effective with absorbing sugar from the bloodstream, and so sugar in the blood increases. And as you get more and more body fat on you, this ends up being the most common reason for insulin resistance. So eating foods that are minimally processed to keep the vitamins, the minerals, and the fiber intact, and that are just naturally low in fat is a vital step in reversing and are effectively managing diabetes. So a quick, convenient, good tasting food that fits that description is oatmeal. Now, when oats are first harvested from the fields, they look like this, with the hulls, stalks, and groats, which is the kernel, intact. Now, when the inedible hull and the stalks are removed, you now have what's considered the whole oat groat, from which we get all of our types of oatmeals. We get our steel-cut oats, our rolled oats, and your quick oats, among others. Now, oat groats are whole grains. A grain is considered to be a whole grain as long as all three original parts, the bran, the germ, and the endosperm, are still present in the same proportions as when the grain was growing in the fields. These layers contain the many disease-fighting vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that your body needs, and they also contain a soluble fiber called beta-glucan. The fiber in the oatmeal slows down digestion, and in turn, blood glucose doesn't rise as quickly. And the fiber also does a great job in helping you feel full longer, that's aiding in weight loss. So oatmeal also contains your carbs, your proteins, and your fats, but without the added sugars, salts, additives, and all the other necessary stuff that a more processed food would have, thus improving your overall health. So the bottom line is that oats is a good food to eat for diabetics. We're going to take you through how to prepare a quick bowl of oats from someone who is not a chef, which you will quickly ascertain. Oatmeal is actually a great starter for the morning. The interesting thing about oatmeal is that even though we talk about it being a breakfast food, the reality is that you can actually eat it, anytime you really want. But oatmeal is great to start the day out. It's there's several different types. So what I like is still cut oats. I like the still cut oats. It takes a little bit longer to cook, but it ends up being kind of a nice, crunchy, tasting type of oatmeal. So it's fairly easy. The directions are on the back. The directions are on the back, and I'm going to do one serving today. And one serving is 1/4 cup of oats and 3/4 cup of water. And they say a pinch of salt. I don't use salt, so I'm not going to add salt to it. I don't think it's necessary. But, some people may want that seasoning. The less you can do with added salt and added sugar, the healthier you will be. So I typically put my oatmeal in here, and and so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to boil my water. So it says that I want 1/4 cup of oatmeal to 1 cup of water. Is that what it says? It says that I want 1/4 cup of oatmeal to 3/4 cup of water. I'm going to actually do 1 cup of water, because what you want to do is you add more water if you want it to be a little bit more moist. You take away water if you want it to be a little bit more dry. I like it a little bit more moist, so instead of 3/4 cups of water, I'm going to do a whole cup. I'm going to use distilled water. I actually ordered a distillation equipment because I'm not crazy about using plastic. But right now we're going to use distilled water as opposed to tap water. because again, every state is different in terms of the water quality of the water, and some states have more contaminants than others, but most tap water has additional chlorine in it to disinfect. Anyway, so they have a lot of these contaminants in the water, and so I prefer to use distilled water, which doesn't have any of those added minerals as well as contaminants. So we're going to basically do a cup of water, and we're going to boil it. And once the water starts to boil, then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of the oatmeal. Oatmeal is one of the most nutritious foods. We say breakfast foods, but again, you can eat oatmeal anytime during the daytime. But it's one of the most nutritious meals. It helps to fill you up. It has a lot of fiber in it, so it makes you feel full without any of the additional additives that we sometimes get in our foods. It's high in antioxidants, high in minerals and vitamins. And it actually tastes good. It's quick to make in the morning. It's simple. We all have these busy lives, and so it's simple. And I just like to keep things simple, so I actually put my little oatmeal in a container. I label it oatmeal, and then I put the measuring 3/4 cup measuring in the oatmeal, again, to make it easy. And then I go ahead and I put the oatmeal in the boiling water, and then I boil it. I reduce the heat to medium-low, stirring occasionally for about 15 to 20 minutes. And that's it. It's going to fill you up, till your next meal. Stay tuned. Also, please do me a favor and click on the subscribe button below so you can receive notices of my postings of upcoming videos as we go forward together on this journey to rollback diabetes. Until next time, I'm Marti R, your partner in health.